Let's be real. If you've spent any time online lately, you've heard the big three: AI, ML, and DS. They are, without a doubt, the biggest buzzwords in tech, thrown around in boardrooms, news headlines, you name it. But what do they actually mean? Well, today we're going to demystify them and show you exactly how they all fit together. So this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? AI, machine learning, data science, are they just fancy words for the same thing? Spoiler alert, nope, they're not. And honestly, knowing the difference is pretty crucial for understanding the technology that is literally reshaping our world as we speak.
You hear them constantly, right? And a lot of the time, they're used completely interchangeably. Someone will talk about their AI company that's really doing machine learning, which is, of course, powered by data science. So yeah, it's super easy to see how it all gets a bit muddled.
Okay, let's get one thing straight right off the bat. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science are definitely distinct, but they're also deeply connected. The best way I've heard it described is like those Russian nesting dolls. One fits snugly inside the other. So let's go ahead and unpack them one by one. First up, let's start with the biggest doll, that outermost layer, artificial intelligence. This is the big, overarching dream that really started this whole journey. The first thing you've got to realize about AI is that it's a super broad concept. It's the grand vision of making machines smart, giving them the ability to reason, to learn, and to solve problems just like we do. This isn't one single piece of tech. It's an entire field of science and engineering. And this huge ambition for AI really breaks down into three different levels. What we have right now, today, is what's called narrow AI. These are systems that are brilliant at one specific task, like recognizing your face in a photo. Then you have general AI, the kind that could do any intellectual task a human can. That's still theoretical. And super intelligent AI? Well, that's still firmly in the realm of science fiction. For now, anyway.
In fact, this narrow AI is already all around you. Seriously. When you ask Siri for the weather, or see an autonomous car on the road, or get that fraud alert from your bank, yep, you're interacting with a specialized AI system every single time.
So if AI is the grand vision of an intelligent car, what's the engine that actually makes it go? Well, for most of modern AI, that engine is machine learning. Now, this is the key distinction. Instead of a programmer sitting down and writing a massive, complicated set of rules for every possible situation, ML lets the machine learn the rules all by itself, just by looking at tons and tons of data. It's a specific method for achieving that bigger AI goal. So how in the world does a machine learn? Well, it's mostly in three ways. With supervised learning, you're basically giving it labeled examples, like a million photos tagged as either cat or dog. With unsupervised learning, you just throw a whole mess of data at it and it finds its own patterns. And then there's reinforcement learning, where it learns through trial and error. Think of a computer learning to play chess by being rewarded for good moves. And you use this stuff constantly. That Netflix recommendation for your next show? That's ML. Your email automatically filtering out spam? Also ML. It's the pattern-finding powerhouse behind so many of the smart features we totally rely on every day. Okay, so we have the vision, that's AI. We have the engine, that's ML. But what's the fuel for that engine? Well, it's data. And the field that's all about collecting, cleaning, and understanding that fuel is data science. Data science is the absolute foundation of all of this. It's this cool, multidisciplinary field that's not just about building fancy models. It's about the entire process, from asking the right questions and getting the data, to analyzing it, and most importantly, communicating the insights that you find. A data scientist uses a whole toolkit. They have to be engineers to collect the data, then explorers to find patterns, then they use models to make predictions, and finally they have to be storytellers to visualize the results. Without all this groundwork, machine learning models would have absolutely nothing to learn from. So whenever you see a slick business dashboard showing a company's performance, or you read an analysis of social media trends, or hear about a hospital using data to improve patient outcomes, that is the work of data science in action. It's all about turning raw data into knowledge you can actually use. Okay, so we've looked at the three pieces individually. Now let's lock them together and see the full picture of how they're all related. This is really where it all just clicks into place. So here's the relationship in a nutshell. AI is the ultimate goal. It's the what. We want intelligent machines. Machine learning is one of the most powerful tools we have to get there. It's the how. It's the technique for making a machine smart by having it learn from experience. And this brings us right back to our nesting dolls.
AI is the big idea, the outermost doll. A massive part of modern AI is powered by machine learning, the doll inside. And supporting it all, providing the fuel and the insights, is the process of data science. You can't have effective ML without good data science, and machine learning is the main engine of so much of today's AI.
So, look, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this simple breakdown. AI is the vision, machine learning is the method, and data science is the process that makes it all possible. These three fields aren't just buzzwords, they are the fundamental building blocks of our future. Now that you can see how they connect, you're not just clearing up some confusion, you're understanding the toolkit that is going to solve the next generation of problems. So the real question is, what will you build?